What are the 8 checkmating patterns that all top players need to know? I'm going to go through all 8 patterns and we're going to do so many puzzles. You're going to see all of these types of patterns. Nope, again. What are the 8 checkmating patterns all top players must know? You're going to see these patterns throughout your games. So I'm going to go through all of them using puzzles from Lee Chess. We're going to put in the work, we're going to put in the reps, and we're going to do so many puzzles and you're going to learn a lot. So first up, Anastasia's mate. This involves rook, knight, and maybe a queen sack. The king is actually on the side. So rook takes pawn, and then rook here is actually mate. King cannot go anywhere, and the pin along. So that is Anastasia's mate. We're going to do a few of these, then we're going to move on to Arabian mate, to Boden's mate, sacrifice, smothered mate coming up. You can see the king's just on the side, so it should be a sack and then the queen moves over. And that's exactly it. Here, here, and then you take, guarded by the knight and then the queen again. King. So first it's getting the knight in, and then there could be a sack and then the rook swings over. So this check forces the king in the corner, and then a brilliant move. When you get good at these tactics, you just see these in 1 second. You just take the knight. Both squares are guarded by the knight, and then the rook just slides over again. Here, mate on the side. This is Anastasia's mate. And one more, just slide the rook over. This one, you don't even need a sack. Oh my gosh, I messed up. Oh my gosh, brilliant. Brilliant, I messed up. If you go here, the king actually escapes. So you do sack. I totally forgot about that. Queen here. And then here. Guarding the squares here. Right, next. Now we go back. Look at this section. So many motifs. So we've just done one type of checkmating idea that all top players need to know. So next up we're going to go Arabian mate, and then back rank, Boden, double bishop, dovetail, hook, smothered. These are the 8 mates you need to know to become a top player. So what's Arabian mate? Knight and rook. Squares are covered. One thing to remember is if the knight stops the king moving, you know the knight is on the correct square. Then it's time to get the rook in the game. So we want this, so the bishop's in the way, and then we slide it over. Squares are covered, so that is mate. Also, when I do these puzzles, let's see how many I'm going to get in. How many puzzles are going to be done? Queen takes. So here we go. Rook and knight. Maybe even the bishop will join in. So it's probably that's the first move. And then slide the bishop over. Then the knight comes in. Then the rook comes in. Here. Now this is the key move. When you play this move, the knight stops the king moving. Then it's time to get the rook in. Classic Arabian mate. Again, we do a few more and then we move on. For some reason, black's king is all the way on the left. Check. And we actually come back. Our queen is hanging. We need to act fast. It's probably this one. Maybe it's the queen, actually. Oh my gosh, it's the queen. What a puzzle. So if there's a brilliant one, what I will do is give the viewer a chance. We're going to pause the video now. You have 5 seconds. This is a brilliant type of Arabian mate. I don't know if I've seen it before, but it's still the same thing. We involved a rook and a knight, but it's the first move. It's the second move that is brilliant. Can you guys see it? 5 seconds. The first move is actually queen here, because you force the bishop back. Bishop or rook doesn't matter. It's this next move, which is the brilliant move. Can you see it? Another 5 seconds. Can you see it? Another 5 seconds, just in case you want to try again. Maybe you didn't see the first move. On the back, here. And then it's the same pattern here. You stop the person moving. Right, we've done enough of these. Next, let's go back. Back rank mate. Classic mate, you're going to face this all the time. Because the dude has no space for the king to breathe, you just come in. And it tends to be a sacrifice. Back rank mate won't just be you put the rook at the back, but you actually sack. You don't take it, you actually go here, and then it's mate. Again. You don't want to take, because then you don't get the back rank mate. This is an X-ray type of mate, where you're in. That's the move. Queen here, it looks really strange, but an X-ray move, and then you're in. The rook actually comes in, the knight is going to block, and then you take. King has nowhere to go. Oh, can't see this straight away. Check, king moves. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Yeah. Okay guys, another moment to pause. So that's what's going to happen in this video. If there's a brilliant puzzle, I will give the viewer 5 seconds. Now's your chance to pause, have a go. This is a clue, it's mate in 4. First moment, we're going to go check. The king moves, and then the king's getting back rank. Now is the second moment. You might have seen the first move, that's why I was taking a moment. You can pause again. If you didn't see the first move, can you see the second move? Now, brilliant knockout, brilliant sacrifice. 5 seconds. You want rook here to work, but these two are in the way, so you just give it up. You just sack your queen like it's nothing, and then you're in. You are in. Again. Same thing. Same idea. You want it to work right here, right now. Kabam. Again. You can't go here because white will take. White's got 2 rooks in the back. White looks pretty safe. No. White is gone. Can't come forward. One more. That's the only check. It looks like a blunder. No. You want that rook. You want to play rook here. And then it's mate. But you can't hop over the knight. So you just sack your queen. You're in. Kabam. Right. Next. We've just done back rank. And now we do Boden's mate. 2 attacking bishops. On diagonals deliver mate to a king. Here we go. 2 bishops slicing the board. Sack the queen. Is it sack the queen? I think so. Or is it just bishop? Ah, no, here it's just mate in 1, I think. Yeah, bishop there because you're using the pin. Done. So let's go for a hard one. This is a normal Boden's mate. Look at the king. If the king cannot move, you actually sack the queen. Because then it'll be checked from the other bishop. So you sack the queen and then you're in. It's a beautiful pattern. I've been playing chess for a long time. I do lots of tactics each day. These kind of puzzles I see in 1 second, and so can you. That's why you're watching this video. Here we go. I see this in 1 second, and so can you. The king is actually boxed in. You throw in a check, which looks like a rubbish move, and then you're in with the other bishop. Check. When you do this, the pawn has to take, and then the bishop comes in, and then this bishop actually controls those squares. You're in. Classic Boden's mate. Crisscross. Normal. Normal. Kabam. Again. We saw this already. Bishop controls the squares. You sack the rook, so then the bishop comes in. Check, mate. Again. Now, when these start getting the same, we will do something else. Again. Putting in the work, putting in the reps. This isn't really a Boden's mate. That's just mate in 1. We pretend that didn't happen. Again. Again. And now you can see these are getting the same. 2 more. Damn, mate in 1. Oh my gosh, what a strange one. Couple of bishops just slicing the board. King can't actually move. The pawn actually has to block. 1 more. Wow, nice one. Okay. You guys have 5 seconds. Mate in 2. Can you see it? Couple of bishops. Slice the board. The first move is check. Then the bishop comes in. Very strange one. That's why I said it's very nice, where you sack your queen and then you come in. Next type of puzzle all top players need to know, double bishop mate. We are going to come to Dovetail, Hook and Smothered coming soon. That's how you get stronger, you put in the work. Boden's mate, just want to read the description. 2 attacking bishops on crisscrossing diagonals deliver mate. Here we go. Kabam. What is this? Kabam. Okay, these are mates in one. Hopefully they get a bit harder. Yeah, this is a very nice one. It's because the second move, which is so strange and so stupid. En passant shouldn't be a move, should it? En passant, mate. Have you ever seen that? The guy will have to block. Kabam. Okay, very nice. 5 seconds. Pause the video now. Mate in 2. What is it? Check. When you do this, the bishop controls the squares. Then the other bishop will come in to deliver the mate. You see these arrows that I'm drawing? This is what you're going to see when you do so many puzzles yourself. Check, and then you're in. Criss, cross. We do a few more, and then that's it. Now I want to discover check. Oh my gosh, it's check. Jeeves. And the funny thing is, I bet we don't even take the queen. That's the thing. We don't take the queen. Okay, 5 seconds. Can you find a brilliant move for black? If we don't take the queen, you guys might be thinking, what's he talking about? We want to discover check. And we block a check. This is one of the hardest puzzles today. It's also one of the hardest types of moves to see in any game. It's a backward move. Rook goes back to this moment, and then it's check. So white can't do anything because it's check. You have to block because all squares are covered. And then you're in. Okay, guys, one more. One more. That's just mate in one. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Yeah. Crisscross, and we sack the queen. It's a bit different from before because there's no pawn there. So you just come in, mate. You just come in. Crisscross. And we go again. After Boden's, after double bishop, I mean, we've got a few more, 3 more to cover. And then I'm going to show you how you guys can do this yourself on Lee Chess. Put in the work, put in the reps. That's how you get better. Dovetail. Let's read the description first. A queen delivers mate to a king, an adjacent king, which just means it's next to it, and the only 2 escape squares are blocked. Okay. Oh, let's go here. Dovetail. Okay. 2 escape squares are blocked. Oh, I see. Yeah, you flush the king out. Okay, these could be tricky. Yeah, I can just about see it because you're actually blocked in by the pawns. So we're going to flush the king out. We're going to flush the king out, and then you're in. This is what we mean. The king can't actually go behind because there's 2 pawns that are blocked in. So that's what dovetail is. Right, here we go. I bet these are going to be difficult. Okay, that one, because the king is just boxed in, and then that's mate. If you go here, that's mate. So what I'm predicting, if this happens, the king will actually go back, and then you need to come in. You just crisscross all the squares. So it should go there because that's the escape square. They tend to pick the best square, and then you're in. Totally obstructed by the pieces. Okay. Now black is winning anyway, but we're going to take the rook with check. And can you see the second move? 3 seconds. We take it, and then we just flush the king out. We flush it out here. Here, do you remember this was the same pattern we saw in the first game where you're blocked in by your own stuff? The only check, the only good one I can see is that. Here, here, and then here. Oh, difficult. Maybe mate in 4. One of the hardest so far. If this one, then this one, and then the queen comes back. Let me show that again. Here, you're going to take, and then the queen actually comes back, and then you guard all the squares. Now, what might happen, the king might go for a run, might go for a jog, and then we come back. Here, here, take, or there, and then the queen comes in. So I wonder which one will appear. Neither. It could be bishop. It could be dun, dun, and then rook is mate anyway. Yeah. And it runs away. So it's very similar to the previous to the pattern I said, the queen is going to hop there in 3 moves. Here, check, and then kabam. Blocked in by the enemy pieces. That was the description of Dovetail. Let's do a few more because these are actually, well, it's the hardest one we've seen so far, so we do it. Well, what is this? Is that the first one? But then the dude just blocks. I mean, so what? Is it bishop? Is it, it might be queen. And then what? This one? Oh, it might just be mate in 2, where you just flush it out, and then queen here, and then these pawns block it in. That's it. Look, that's what we mean. You're blocked in by your own pieces. Again. Maybe you're blocked in by the pawns, maybe check somewhere, and then this one. Let's have a look. That one. Then that's mate, because it's defended by the rook. If you go here, that's mate. So it's just a normal mate in 2. We don't go here because the king will come out. So let's go this one. And then kabam. Blocked in by own pawns. You can see that's it's a similar pattern which we've seen before. Blocked in by the pawns. Let's do a few more. We move on. So first thought is not the queen, because I can get the rook in. That's my first thought. Because the queen does a great job stopping the king coming back. So it might be rook. If rook, then here. Ah, hang on, it might even be the queen. What a strange one. Here, that's mate. If here, here, and then here. Oh my gosh, wow. Strange one, yeah. Dovetail is one of the hardest ones where you throw in a few checks and then you're in. I think it is this. Then this. If here, blocked in by the pawns, so it comes back and then in. So I bet that will happen. Tries to run away, even better. Wow. I had to change my mind there because I thought it wasn't the queen, but it was. Because you bring the queen back. Right. Next. Couple more and then we end the video on a good note. We put in the work. Put in the tactics, that's how we get stronger. So let's go down for the other 2 styles. The other 2 motifs. So we have it here. Hook and smothered. Let's do a few more and that's it, mate. That's it. Hook, mate. Let's read the description. Checkmate with a rook, knight and pawn along with 1 enemy pawn to limit the king's escape. Yes, that sounds right. That's because knight covers those squares. The pawn defends knight, so you bring the rook in. You take it, and then it's that one. Knight defends the rook. The king can't come in. Can't go here because of the knight. This was very similar to the previous one we did, Arabian mate. This is a nice one because it's the second move which could be a bit weird. So yeah, now's your chance. Pause the video. That's the first move, by the way. It's the second move which wins on the spot. What could it be? 5 seconds. So we throw in a check. And we need a discovered check or else we're doomed. Black actually has a threat of their own. So a double discovered check with the knight and the rook when we go here. Then we put in the rook there. Normal. Sack the queen. Here. Mate. 1, 2, 3. Kabam. King is totally boxed in. Buy all your stuff. Kabam. Probably that. This is just mate in 1. Why is that a puzzle? Mate in 1. Oh no, then here. But then g4 is mate. So it's important to play this check first. If you go here, well, hang on. Well, what's the difference? Oh, hang on. Here. Sorry. Here, I'm being silly. This one, the king escapes. So I have to play g4 first. Wow. Almost got one wrong there. Ooh. Just want to show you guys what I'm talking about here. I thought it didn't make a difference, but it has to make a difference because these are puzzles. There tends to be one best answer. The king escapes. That was very careless of me. But by talking it out loud to you guys, I saw the answer. Blocked in by your own stuff. Let's do a few more and then we move on to one of the most iconic ones, Smothered Mate. Classic. Kabam. And here, yeah, well, it's the same thing. I just did it, mate. Here, here, and flush the king out. Maybe the knight comes in or the rook first. Dun, dun, dun. because you can't come here because of the knight. Yeah, looks good. Okay, one more. What is this? It's a first move a check, that's the thing. Well, it's in the check, I get mated. So you're getting hit with the rook, and it's a very nice one where you defend the rook, but you also attack the king. These are the best moves in chess anyway. One move, two functions. Defend and attack. Rook here probably. This one. And then king escapes though. Ooh. Do I want to escape? Here. 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 Oh, is it mate in 5? Oh my gosh. Wow. Difficult. Done. Take. There. There. So mate in 4 from this point. So mate in 5 overall, I believe so. Kabam. Check. When this happens, squares are covered. It's covered. Covered. That's the only one. And then rook in. Wow. Mate in 5. Let's review that because that's the hardest one so far. So first move is... Dun, dun, dun. First move is... Check. Check. Sack the rook. Check. King moves. Check. Only one square and then mate. And we do one more. Smothered mate. And then we end the video, guys. That's it. Too many puzzles. So smothered mate is when you box the king in with their own pieces, but you sacrifice something. And one of the most famous examples is where you just sacrifice the queen. You have to do something or else you're in trouble. So that's a double check. The king has to move and then you just sack your queen. Why? Because you box the king in and then you come round and you're in. This checkmate is iconic. Smothered mate, yeah, on the side. I want that escape square to go, so I fill it with my own pieces, then I come in. So pawn and then in. Very strange kind of smothered mate. Because in this position it looks like I should move the queen. No. No, moving the queen is boring. That's a predictable move. You fill the square, doesn't matter, you could take this way and you're in. Okay, this is a very nice one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, different kind of smothered mate. So you can't go here. You can't go here. But all that matters, here. Here. Then the knight comes in. So it's mate in 3. Check. Forcing this. Now that's not mate, so I deflect the rook. So it's a queen and rook sacrifice. That's one of the best smothered mates I've seen. Okay, normal. I don't even need to sack anything. Check. It's like a back rank mate. But you just come in. The funny thing is you win the queen, but who cares when you win the king? That's just mate in 1. Mate in 1. Let's do a few more. Same. We had this before. Okay. Right. Yeah, we've had this before. 5 seconds, guys. Now it's your chance to pause the video. Can you see the entire sequence where you box the king in? Check first. Then it's the double check pattern we had before. This one. Then we sack the queen because there's no point going back. Just want to say if you go here, then it's queen. That's mate. So you go here and then you're in. Classic. Iconic pattern. Again. That's mate in 1. Oh, yeah, this is one of the best ones. Yeah, you need to fill the square. So this is mate in 4. So that's the first move. That's the second move. And I want you guys to see the next 2 moves. You guys have 3 seconds. Can you see the move? It can't be going back, by the way. So this is beautiful. You fill the square and then you come in. Now you can't go here because the king escapes. So you need to sack the queen and then you're in. Totally boxed. And how tragic is that? You get mated by a knight and you're up by so much. Check. And then it's back rank mate. So really the king moves and then you are in. Normal. You see, when you get good at these, you just do these in 1 second again. Now these will get quite samey eventually, but I'm just trying to find maybe something different. Okay, this is one of the most famous opening traps of all time. I think this would be a nice moment to end the video. How lucky was this? It's so famous. An opening trick in the Karo Khan where you get this normal position, 2 knights come out, and then the person just gets the queen out. A normal move here is for black to trade. But if you play a random bishop move, or even this knight move, which is another choice, you lose to mate in 1 pin. I mean, you can try this opening trap in your own games, but don't expect people to fall for it at a high level. Take can happen. And then here, and then very nice opening trap. That you're in. So if they take, it is mate. That's one of the best traps I've ever seen. What tends to happen is here, they will go here, and then you drop the queen back to e3, e2. This is called opening theory, and then the game goes on. So what have we accomplished? Well, we've done 8 checkmates that all top players must know. Profile. Just want to show you, I've put in the reps here. 59 new tactical puzzles solved right here, right now. 58 wins. I got 1 wrong. But yeah, okay, that's okay. But 59 puzzles. Now I can easily go to 100 just by doing lots of mates, and I'm going to prove it. This is called putting in the reps, putting in the works. 59 tactics, let's go. Let's make it up to 100. You keep doing tactics each day. You force yourself, you push yourself to the next level. Dashboard puzzle themes. And I'm going to go with just mates in 2s. Let's go. See how many I can get right. And then we end the video. Okay, mates in 2. So this is like a dovetail where I'm going to flush the king out. And then you're just blocked in by your pawn. Puzzle 60. Here I'm just going to sack a rook, and then the queen is in. Here, 61. '62. Oh, I got wrong. Oh dear. Ah, it's the other mate. Here, Arabian mate. Oops. And then that one. Yeah, oops. The reason this was wrong because I was careless. The king goes here. I forgot about the rook. That was bad of me. Here and then here. Arabian mate. 62. Pin mate. Kabam. Normal tactic, guys. Normal. Slide over. Knight. King is in the center all of a sudden. 63. Double check. Double discovered check, I think. Is it double checkmate? Yeah, check. Double discovered check, one of the best checks ever. Here, and then you're in. You can pick queen or here. Both are good. What is this? Maybe double check. And then here. All squares covered, I think so. Yeah, gorgeous. Boxed in by your own pieces. Dovetail, mate. I need the file, so discovered attack, and then the queen comes in. So why am I doing this? To prove, if you keep doing tactics each day, you're going to see these instantly. Instantly. You just sack your rook like it's nothing. You might be thinking, why didn't he take with the king? The queen comes in. You might be thinking, yeah, that's the only move, and then the square was open. Deflection tactic. I don't want the king, so I take the square, and then you're in. Now, how many puzzles have I done so far? 70. Let's go to another 30. We put in the work. Here, flush the king out. Dovetail. Kabam. Can't go back because of the rook. In. 72. Vacate the square. In. 73. Check. Then the king has to take, and then the queen comes to f, to d7. 74. Bishop comes in probably, flush the king out. The king has to come back, and then the queen comes in. Flush the king out. 75. What is this? That one? Oh, and then it's just mate all of a sudden. Wow, what a strange one. Just totally boxed in the center. Check. Mate. And if you block, it's still mate. You need to take the exit squares away. Boxed in by your own pieces, a type of dovetail. Not sure why this is a puzzle. I just take a pawn of check and then you come in. Right, where are we? Puzzle 82. 18 more, guys. Put in the work. Sack in 83. Sack in. Dovetail. You see how many checkmates are dovetails where you're just blocked in by your own stuff? You're blocked in by your own stuff. Deflection. This one actually stops the king coming out, and then it's a rook move probably. Bishop maybe. Yeah, bishop one. Yeah, bishop. This one. You can't go here because of the rook. Force the king to the wrong square, and then the rook comes in. All squares covered. Mate in two. I can't even see a good check. Oh, because the first move isn't a check, that's why. And then you're in. That's why I didn't see it. Sack the queen on the back. Knight in. Rook. Double bishop mate, Boden's mate. On the back, in with the queen. Slide it over, in. Exit square taken. Take, in. Can't take here because the bishop pins. So you have to take with the king, and it was a strange one. Normal. Normal. Oh, it's check. Ah, this way. 101 tactics. Okay, I think that's a good point to stop. Good. 101 tactical puzzles done for today. Yeah, done for today. We put in the work. 99 wins, 2 losses. That's a good place to stop. That's a good place to stop. I mean, how can we all this? How can we all do this? Go to Lead Chess, look at this section, puzzle dashboard, click on it, go to puzzle themes in the top left, and you scroll down and you pick it. Go to mates in twos here. Go to all these types of patterns that I showed you. This is how you get stronger.